All right, guys, here we are. Welcome in. A little late getting on the air tonight, but here we are, ready to go on our Friday night special edition of Extra Point. We call it our scoreboard show. Truth is, we try to get everybody up to date on what's happening with scores. I don't necessarily have a lot of scores, but the whole purpose of this chat, if you will, is to really exchange scores for what's going on. So we all kind of provide scores and updates and that kind of thing. So if you are new to the show, welcome in. This is what we do, man. Every Friday we have a blast too. We'll go to about midnight or so, depending on how many of you guys are left over after 11:30. But anyway, welcome in. Really looking forward to having another good show tonight. Let me turn that down. If you're new to the show, again, it's real simple. Cole Moore is checking in. What's up, brother? Cole, you are the first guy in here tonight. The first of many. I already got about 25 people in, so let me hear from your. Let me hear from you guys. Like I said, if you're new to the show, we do this. This is kind of an extension of my Monday night show. I do a Monday night show from 5:30 to 7-ish, 7:30. We've really been going about 2 hours. We do the same thing on Friday night, except it's a little bit later. We pushed it back. So obviously we are talking high school football, and we're talking the playoffs. And so it's real simple. We just want you to comment. I try to read every single comment. Now, once we get into this thing about 30 minutes or so, I mean, it's going to start ramping up, and that's the way I love it. But I'm going to try to get every one of your comments. I want to hear your comments. That's the whole reason I read them, because I want to know what you guys are thinking. That's what the show is all about, man, to give you guys a platform. You know, there's a lot of other good shows out there, but, you know, it may depend on you getting through with a phone call or something. And again, with our show, man, you just type in your message. If I don't read your message, just come back to me, you know. So with that being said, I mentioned Cole Moore. Look, Thomas County Central, Cole Moore says field TCC 55-14. No surprise here, man. What are they playing, Villa Rica? I mean, come on. Yeah. I talked to John Reed 2-3 days ago. I wrote a story that involved John Reed, and you guys can read it. It's about how many years should a new head coach be given, and you know, he's a perfect example of that in a couple of different places, you know. But anyway, not get off the subject. But John Reed was like, you know, man, what I wish we could get the luck of the draw, like, you know, like Coach Rogers. I mean, listen, he wasn't bad mouthing anybody. I don't want anybody to think that. But you know, for the last, I think, 3 years, Rome has had to play, well, Thomas County Central. These are second round games I'm talking about. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they play Thomas County Central? I'm talking about Rome. Didn't they play Thomas County Central in the second round last year? Am I imagining that? But now tonight they've got Hoco, and by the way, I'm looking for updates. The last score that I had on Hoco Rome was 21-21. I don't have any idea where that thing is at right now. Okay, so you guys are going to have to bring me up to speed on what's happening. Thanks so much for being a part of the show, guys. Again, we're going to be with you until about midnight or so. Again, let me hear from you guys. Allen Clanton, Sumter County 28, North Murray 11. That's a final. What a great job Coach Will Rogers is doing up there in Americus. You know, we may have another. It may come back around to another matchup between America Sumter. They're just Sumter, I get it, but it may come down to another rematch between Sumter County and Carver Columbus. Okay, we'll see. All right, so let me see here. All right, let me see what's going on here, guys. Let me get Brad King. What's up, Brad? Brad says Fitzgerald defeated Dublin tonight, 28-7 final. They travel next week and take on Heard County. That'll be a good one. I mentioned Allen Clanton. Cole Moore gives us an update. Dadgummit. Oh, Toombs County gets. I don't know why, man. I mean, yeah. I don't know why I said dadgummit. I mean, I like Toombs. I like what Coach is doing. Of course, I love Coach DeLay. I just thought that this might be Thomasville year, but their season comes to an end. Thanks, Cole Moore, for that. Toombs County wins 24-19. And again, Toombs County, one of the teams I have ranked, I believe, in our top 25, because it doesn't matter how many A's you've got in the number in front of your school, has no bearing to this guy in our top 25 that I put together. So Anyway, and that's why I've also got Bowden ranked. I don't know. Let me sit here and watch me jinx them. Anyway. Okay, so Worth County 38, Bleckley 35, Middle Georgia Gridiron. Is that a final? Guys, be sure to let me know if these are finals that y'all are giving me. I appreciate the scores, but let me know. I had picked Worth County to win. I knew this was going to be tough. You know, I host the Worth County Coaches Show. That's one of the 5 shows that I do every week now. I host the Worth County Coaches Show with Jeff Hammond, and he told me he was really worried about this game. He said this is going to be probably the best opponent they've played all year long, and sounds like it was. But Middle Georgia Gridiron, is that a final? Worth 38, Bleckley County 35. And again, Worth County is one of the teams I've got ranked in our ITG Next Top 25, all classification, and I've been catching flack about it all year. What are you doing? Why are you putting the little school in there? Well, because the little school can play some ball. That's why. And again, I don't care how many A's you have in front of your school name. It does not matter to me. If you can play ball, you can play ball. And I believe Worth County can hang with just about anybody. Now, David Lee Roth is in the house. I'm so honored to have former lead singer for Van Halen. David Lee, what's going on, my man? Listen, David, you guys, if you don't know me by now, you will. I like to make fun of people's names. Not make fun, but I just have fun with people's names. Let me put it that way. So David Lee Roth says, Phil, how you doing, sir? Let's go Jackets. 55-14, hosting Woodward for another home game for round 3. That'll be a good one. Woodward obviously had a little bit of a down year last year, but looks like they're getting back to the Woodward Academy of old. I still don't think they're going to be a match for Thomas County Central. This is a pretty good draw that TCC has got through the first 2 rounds, and having Woodward Academy next week. Guys, I'm telling you, man, it's Thomas County Central is tough. They're already tough, and they've got a good draw. So best of both worlds. See, look what we did there. Look what we did there. Did you guys catch that? So I made the Van Halen reference, and lo and behold, if I didn't just stumble right in to one of the classics, and it's the best of both worlds. See what I did there? All right, anyway. All right, let me get where we are here. Hey, this is what we get. It's what you're going to get. You're going to get 2 hours of chaos here on the show. I love it. Carver Columbus ain't playing no more. Oh, wow. Did Carver get beat? No. Jamie Fraley Seeger, what's going on? Checking in from Waycross. Anything from Pierce? This is why we're here. So let's start exchanging these scores, guys. I love it. I got to go back to my pick 6 and see how my pick 6 is doing. I had Worth picked. Anyway, we'll get caught up in just a minute. I want to read y'all's comments. Chris Smith, I mentioned. Chris Smith, Carver, 57, Stevens County, nothing. Don't look like the Tigers will be challenged. Coach, glad to be back. What's up, Chris? Azilius Ferguson. LC versus Brooks. So, who was that? Okay, so Brooks County played Johnson County tonight, did they not? How's that going? Wow. Oh, my gosh. Allen Clanton, Cartersville all over Warner Robins. Are you serious? Cartersville 64-0 over Warner Robins. Wow. Yikes. Cole Moore, rematch of the 2023 state title next week in the Jack. Yeah, that's right, buddy. I forgot about that. If I remember correctly, Cole, it was Woodward Academy knocking off Lee County to get to that state championship game, didn't they? Cole Moore, what's up, buddy? I appreciate all you do with me, Cole, man. Good. I'm glad to see you back in the swing of things, man, with us here at ITG Next. Cole Moore, good friend of mine. Now, Cole, you still got your loyalties to Tift County. You can't forget about Tift County, man. Look, come on. Can't forget about Tift County. Your dad played there. Your dad was one of the best all time. So anyway, all right. Oh my gosh. Is the Worth County? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little stunned here for a second. Is the Houston County Rome game is that final? Darn. And listen, I don't know why I love John Reed. Love the guy. He's a good friend. I guess he's a friend. You guys may know I really adore Jeremy Edwards. I host the House and County Coaches Show every week with Jeremy Edwards. We have a great time doing that. And I'm not going to lie to you. When I'm doing these coaches shows, I get really attached to I mean, come on, man. I talk to these guys every week. I mean, you know, what you see in about the 20 minutes of conversation that we provide on video, that's one thing. But, you know, yeah, Rome that's final over Hoko. How about that? Well, anyway, so I spend time with these coaches that I do the coach show with, and you know, you just get close to them. And you know, when we stop start taping or recording the podcast, the actual show, you know, we start getting into family. We start talking about things, and you know, you just get close to these coaches. Look, for those of you that were watching the show last week, you saw how my reaction was when I saw that McEachern had lost to Walton. And you know, I was stunned, and it looks like I'm sure I was stunned when I just heard or just saw the Rome Houston County score. It shocked me. It took me aback there. Not that I'm surprised. I mean, I knew it was going to be a heck of a game, but man, what a shame though that those see. What a shame that those teams have to play each other in the second round, guys. Come on. And listen to me. I want to make sure everybody understands. I'm not knocking on TCC at all. I don't want anybody to think that I am. Okay? But, man, that Rome Hoko game, guys, that should have been quarterfinal stuff. Okay? I mean, come on. Yeah. Rome, look, Thomas County Central got Villa Rica. Hoko should have gotten, I don't know, another Villa Rica. Yeah. So I'm saying Rome, Houston County, I mean, those are all state champion caliber teams. Come on. That's the way, which I have since the last 2 years. I've argued for reshaping and reestablishing the brackets. And I guess our new playoff system that'll go to the power rankings, it's going to be something like that. But but I'll tell you this: I like what's going to be coming up next year within the GHSA. Yeah, I think it will level out the teams as we're talking about. Okay. Hopefully, this is going to prevent us from having a matchup like a TC. I'll play both sides of the coin here. Hopefully, it's going to do away with matchups like what we saw tonight with Thomas County Central and Villa Rica. Yawn. I mean, come on, guys. I know it's a win, but come on. You gotta earn it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just a little down. Yeah. I'm just a little down, man. My buddy Jeremy Edwards got beat, but at the same time, congratulations to John Reed. I like John Reed a lot. You know, that's one of those things where, you know, when John Reed and Rome, you know, when I found out that they were going to be playing, they were going to be hosting Houston County, I was like, no winners as far as Phil is concerned is going to come out of that. Okay, I just have to be honest with you. Anyway, so I'll talk with Jeremy Edwards, head coach of the Hoko Bears, one of the great new brightest cities, counties, Houston County, that, I mean, you know, it's got everything you want. Houston County does. Great living, great schools, great atmosphere, just everything. So, anyway, Rome was a good place to live. By the way, interestingly enough, I lived in Rome before. Not long, but I did. Loved it up there. All right. So, anyway, getting a little bit of shockers here. So, is Brooks County, what's up, Dwayne Little? Brooks County's in the house. Cole Moore, no, Cole, did Milton get beat? What is going on, guys? What's going on? Hold on. Is it a full moon? guys, what is happening tonight? Is this what? Carver Columbus ain't playing no more? Are you sure? I just thought I saw where Carver was beating up on somebody like 59-0. Wow, guys, I gotta I gotta regain my composure here for a second. I'm just playing, but Cole, what's up? I got you, man. Wow. Oh, look at this shocker. Valdosta's up 40-13. No surprise. What's up, Jose Padilla? That's my man. What's going on, brother? Jose Padilla, Obadiah Farley hold the distinction of co-TCC #1 fans. Glad to, well, I don't know if Obadiah's in here yet or not. Is he? Anyway. Evan Reese, Walton going to be moving on to the quarterfinals. What a great turnaround story this is about Walton, by the way. Okay, Walton gets demolished in the Corky Kill Classic to start the season. You know, they're fighting to try to get back to the old Walton that they used to be, where they made the state championship game. What was that, like 3-4 years ago? And, you know, here they are playing for a state championship. What was it? Was it last year they played? No, 2 years ago they played Lee County. Somebody help me out with that. But anyway, Woodward Academy, I'm sorry, wait a minute, I'm getting it mixed up. Walton is starting to get their mojo back. Wow. Just a little shocked here about some of this stuff going on. Okay. Grayson's up 17-10. Colquitt has to stop self-destructing. Okay, I've been waiting on a score. I said that I thought that game would be a little closer than what most people expected. And why is that? Because Colquitt has really played, and this goes back to playing that tough schedule, guys. Colquitt, remember, they played Benedictine to start the season. You guys remember that? Of course, who else they played? They played Lowndes. Of course, they had to. You know, region game. They played Valdosta. They beat Valdosta. Lost to Lowndes. So anyway, Colquitt is doing well. And I thought this game would be a little closer. In fact, I've got Grayson winning it by 10. I think 38-28 was my pick six score in this one. So, wow. I had Brooks County winning. Matter of fact, I got to get my scores out and let me see where I'm at. Because last week I got Warner Robins and Eastside right on the money. And why? By the way, where's all the Warner Robins hate coming from? Don't understand that. Autumn Bridges. Sad that I'm not checking in for an Irwin County score this year. Yeah, that's tough. Tough year for sure. I got you. Alan Clanton. Brooks has Lincoln County next. Oh boy. So Brooks County has won. I had picked Brooks County to win. Somebody give me some details on that. Who? They played Johnson County. I know they went up there and played. And so guys, somebody had me had Berrien winning 21-0 on Rabun, and then I saw another score that said they were down 21-0. Can somebody please provide clarity? Tommy Wellborn, Sumter County over North Murray, 28-11. Now, Tommy, is that final? Justin Fletcher, 14-6. Brooks County wins. I love it. Alan Clanton, Brooks is okay. So I already read that one, buddy. I'm sorry. All right, score's really rolling in, man. Guys, I appreciate it. Let me hear your thoughts on games tonight. Hughes, 49-31 over Lee County. Okay, I missed that one. I had picked Lee County in an upset. Look, and everybody hold your hate mail on me. I have to pick an upset every now and then. I don't want to just go straight chalk. Lee County really had played well the last couple of weeks. You can't take that away from them. 49-31, I think that was the final score. Look, 49-31 is not bad. 3 touchdowns, but you're on the road. This is the kind of game, though, that Hughes really needed to establish themselves as that top seed. Okay. There you go. That's my take on it. I really like Lee County, but I also like Hughes as well. So Lee County season is done. So Pierce County loses tonight, 48-28. They play Creekside. I think I picked Creekside. yeah, was not really expecting much. All right, Michael McNichol, what's up, Michael? Michael says, I have to say this. Northside won a Robbins flag football team. They won their region. I got a lot more people pay attention to flag football, but that will do a lot for the sport in a school like Northside. That's a great point. Great point. Look, what is it they say about what does they say about all tides raise the boats? What is that saying? A rising tide lifts all boats. And what do I mean by that? Well, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you got a flag football team, and I get it, it's girls, and you know what, these girls can play. But I think you start getting programs winning, you develop that winning culture in the hallway. That's important, guys. And I know it's not 11-man, football, but it still gets people in the mood, keeps people in the mood for football, and that's one thing you gotta love about it. Yeah, so I love it. I didn't realize though we had that many. I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, all right. Jenkins 38, Peach County 28. Wow, what a night! What a night! This is by far, well, of course, third round. This is by far, no, second round. I'm sorry. This is by far, guys, most exciting playoff week we've had. David Lee, yes, final for Rome, 28-38 Rome. You got it backwards, but I get you, 38-28. But this is, this is a great night. Only the second round. I keep trying to get ahead of myself. See, again, the reason I'm getting ahead of myself is because you've got these games that are so good tonight that I'm thinking these are quarterfinal type games, guys. Lowndes, now they were making a little noise. Is that one over? I know that they had given up a touchdown just before I clicked back over or came in here to get ready for the game. Lowndes was trying to eat into that lead of North Gwinnett. Anybody got an answer for me on that one? All right, Darius Kirksey, what's up, brother? Big Langston's in the house. See you still picking against us, Phil. Look, I know it, man. I like I said earlier, I tried to pick an upset, but you would think I learned my lesson by now, right, Darius? No, I don't doubt you, man. I really don't. I just, Darius says, keep doubting us. We love the bulletin board material. Maybe that's why Coach Hines is not returning my calls. I've been trying to get a hold of him, man. Anyway, wow, look at this one. Look at this one. Are you serious? Are you serious? I lost my, damn it. All right, so I lost my, spot here. Anyway, where did, Muhammad, where did you go, man? I've lost, all of a sudden. All right, anyway. We'll see if he comes back around. Okay, so somebody had kept posting about Carver Columbus getting beat and the season's over. What's going on there, guys? Come on. See, this is where we get into ridiculousness. I mean, it's just like this Rabun County thing. I mean, somebody had posted earlier that Berrien County had gone up to Rabun and had a 20. I actually saw it. On one of these sites. And it goes back to what I've always been telling you guys, that you can go on Max Preps and apply to be a game manager, okay? And you can post anything you want. So they got to do something about that. I don't know, maybe a band, maybe people like us, we call in or we send them a message, talking about the content, and I don't know, we got to do something because people are getting on and sabotaging these scoreboards, and it's ridiculous. Again, I saw this Rabun County, and I was so excited for Berrien County. Knew it was going to take a Herculean effort. Is that the right word? And I thought that. I thought, wait, man, they may be going 2 weeks in a row, but again, sounds like the whole Warner Robins thing was just just a sham, really, for lack of a better word. So anyway, great season though, no matter how you dice it. A great season for Jackson Dean and his Berrien Trojans. I mean, I don't care, say what you want to, what kind of size school it is. Again, that doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter at all. If you can play football, you can play football. I think Carver Columbus has got one of the best teams in the state. And I don't care what where they are or how far they. I mean, I do care how far they have traveled. But don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying. There we go. Don't let that exclude your enthusiasm for whomever. Okay. All right, guys, let me try to make some of your comments. I really do appreciate the comments. We've got a lot of people watching tonight. I appreciate it so much. We're going to be doing this every Friday night until there's no games left. So, yeah, man, I'm really bummed that I really am. I was, again, this Rome Houston County game, I thought it was maybe the game of the night, or at least one of them. And just a huge, huge ball game. And it looks like, from all indications, it appears that, what is my man's name? All right, I'll get back to it. Chandler Moore, what's going on, brother? Worth over Bleckley, walk-off field goal. Yeah, man, I heard about that. Were you there? Let me get some more details. I had picked Worth County to win. There were folks saying that Bleckley was going to beat Worth. I didn't think that was going to happen, and obviously it did not happen, okay? So close only counts in a couple of things, and I can talk about one of them. Muhammad, where'd you go, man? You know what I'm talking about. This man is score meister in here. Okay, I can't go backwards, so just kind of Muhammad, just kind of fall back, get back in line, man. Here, Jermaine Wyatt, Bowden High. What's up? Cold-hearted quiz. Now that's what I'm talking about. He's a cold-hearted quiz. Look into his eyes. All right. Carver, Atlanta. By the way, I got in a fuss with somebody today on a social media platform about, hey man, there's no such thing as Carver. It's Carver Columbusville. I don't know, dude. It's Carver Atlanta, and I was having this conversation about I was trying to pick them as part of my pick six, and I did pick them, but somebody just giving me grief as if like, hey man, you're not going to. Just read some of these comments. I mean, anyway, it is what it is. Darius Kirksey, man, no, I'm not. Again, bro, Darius Kirksey is bombing me. Look, I've got to do some of these comments. I mean, some of these picks. I do my pick six, and look, I just can't go straight chalk. Okay, I got to try to say, okay, I think this team may upset this team, and so on and so forth. So again, man, it is what it is. And look, I'm a believer in Hughes. Don't get me wrong. But it's all good. All right, so Darius, so you've got all right, so you've got Langston Hughes and Gainesville next week. Wow. Here we go. Now we're talking. So this is going to be a rematch, of course, going back to 3 years ago, the Class 6A state championship game. And I'm assuming that is going to be at Langston Hughes, or we're doing coin flips and all that. Anyway, Gainesville 42-0 over Brunswick. And I told somebody about that. Look, I love the job that coach has done over at Brunswick. Garrett Grady. Coach Grady's done a great job over there. It's just that region. It's just not very strong. And again, but Brunswick is taking care of business. I think they've won the region title in like, what is it, 7 of the last 8 years or 8 of the last 9 or something like that. Look, I just, I don't know, man. I just trying to take a little bit of the heat off of the guy. All right, there he is. Nadir Muse Muhammad. Lowndes lost 29-17. Wow. So the Lowndes High Viking season comes to an end. Do we have anything final on Colquitt County and Grayson, guys? Anything on Colquitt, Grayson? What do you guys got? I know that was a Peachtree TV game of the week. Rusty Mansell and a couple of, and I think somebody else on the play-by-play on that one. If you guys can find that, let's talk Colquitt County. Pierce County played Carver Atlanta. It wasn't as close as the score stated. Yes, they did, Mark Shields. Somebody kept telling me that. Somebody kept telling me today, and I got the post on my phone. He was like, "Man, you know what you're talking about? It's Carver Columbus." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's Carver Atlanta." And anyway, so I just, crazy. Okay, Morris Shields, Pierce County. Oh, I'm sorry, I've already read that comment. My bad. Will Wiggins, what's up, Will? We got some new names in here, man, that I want to read off. Will, I don't think you've been in here before, have you, brother? Will Wiggins. By the way, so what I want to know is, like Will Wiggins is doing, Tim Bowen is doing. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Who your favorite team is. I love that kind of stuff. Want to know, how'd you find out about the show, and do you watch often? Some new names in here, though, and I really do appreciate that. Brad Phillips, what's up, Brad? Gainesville 42-0 over Brunswick. Yep, we've been talking about that. Brad is a high school football official. Brad, is that where you guys were at tonight? All right, we got an update on Pepperell game. Oh, Jeremy Price is asking for an update. I got you. Nadir Muse Muhammad. Lowndes lost 29-17. Yep, we were down on that one. Toombs County was able to get it done. Absolutely, they were. Okay. Okay, so Brad Phillips, here we go. So we've got an update on Grayson and Colquitt County. So Brad Phillips, thank you for this. Brad says Grayson is up 24-10 over Colquitt. There's about 5 minutes remaining. So 2-touchdown lead. It looks like Grayson is going to win that one, okay? No surprise there. And again, my pick six, I think I had a 38-28 final in that one. And again, I had that one going the way of Grayson. So, no surprise. Holy moly. Another shocker to me. Cairo has beaten Troop 28-20. Alan Clanton, are you sure about that, buddy? Are you sure about that? Just double checking you, that's all. Like I'm getting a second opinion. I'm with you, Darius. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. We're just yakking. Jermaine Wyatt, Bowden Red Devil 4-piece. Listen, I've been talking about this. I wrote an article about this back in the preseason. I said, can Bowden make it 4 in a row and wind up in very, very select company? I tell you, so did Brooks County win tonight? Because I am a firm believer that we are probably looking at a Colquitt-Brooks County rematch for the state finals. In fact, I predicted it, back when Irwin was, not when Brooks County was struggling a little bit. But, this is what they do. If you remember last year, guys, Brooks County, had the same blueprint. Brooks County won 4 or 5 games. In fact, I think they finished 5-5 in the regular season. And then, of course, they reeled off the 5 in a row in the playoffs, and boom, there you go. You've got your state. You're playing for a state championship. But and I say we, me, our ITG Next poll. I'm the one that does it. Probably not a surprise to y'all. So I do our ITG Next. We do our top 10 poll. For all the different classifications, and I'm the one that puts that together. And I also do a regular top 10 poll. So the top 25 poll is our all classification poll. That's one I do for us here at the company. So the top 10 per classification is just like your old-fashioned polls, and that's the one that people love to hate on me. And I get it. I'm thick-skinned. Yeah, that's tough though. So many upsets tonight, guys. I'm sitting there stunned. I say upsets. I mean, Colquitt County goes down. Guys, think about what has happened tonight. South Georgia has just bowed out for the most part. I mean, how many teams do we have left, guys? I mean, how many? It can't be many, right? Incredible. Rosser Sutherland, what's up, Rosser? Hello from Marietta. Rosser Sutherland, although I was lost with no game this week, I'm glad it was Harrison and not Marietta losing 51-6 to Carrollton. Yeah, I knew that wouldn't be much of a game, and I tried to tell everybody that would listen. Carrollton's on a roll, guys. And listen, Brad, I just don't know, man. I don't know if anybody can touch. I don't know if anybody can touch Carrollton. I think right now, I think it's Carrollton. I think it's Carrollton, Buford, and my other school from Central Carroll. I've been high on those guys for the last 2 years. J.R. Harris, the quarterback. I'm still just as high on them, guys. This is the best quarterback in the state that you probably have not heard of. And I'm talking about J.R. Harris. Quarterback for Bowden. Guys, incredible ball player. Evan Reese, Douglas County beat North Cobb according to Max Preps 30-24 in overtime. Wow. Okay. Look, not real surprised, although I thought that Douglas County, I don't think this is the Douglas County we were expecting. I think they got some kinks in the armor. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Is coach thinking about backing out? I don't know. Gotta wet the whistle. Excuse me, guys. Well, this is great, guys. Welcome into the show. Mike Sorensen, what's up, brother? Mike, I love those. Mike Sorensen, buddy of mine, checks into the show all the time. He's I'm a big fan of Michael's, man. Michael, I appreciate your dog. Mike posts pictures of like when he's taking off. And I don't know where Mike's flying all over the country. I mean, I don't want to. Anyway, no, Mike's a good guy. But Mike, I love Mike will video the airplane taking off as if you've got a passenger or a window seat. And he did that the other night as he flew out of Atlanta. Bro, that was so cool, man. So cool. Love that kind of stuff, my man. I just love it. Appreciate you allowing us to catch all that. All right, let me see. Alan Clanton, Hateville Charter, 35 Appling. Wow. Guys, what is going on here, man? I'm getting my mind blown. So we are losing South Georgia teams by the dozen tonight. Incredible, guys. We've had a complete wipeout of Southern Georgia teams. Incredible, guys. I mean, really incredible. Caleb Autry, go Jackets, TCC football. Yeah, they had a real squeaker tonight. Just kidding. They didn't at all. Okay, Alan Clanton gives me West Forsyth has defeated Hillgrove in a battle of, whatever. 2017 West Forsyth wins it. West Forsyth could make some noise in this playoff. What do you think about that? If somebody that's familiar with Forsyth County, you guys can bring me up to speed on that situation. I think West Forsyth, in my opinion, is the team that is. I think they're the team that's kind of taking charge in that area, that district. You guys know, man. I lived in North Forsyth County. I did. I lived there for 10 years. Forsyth County was the fastest growing state in the United States. All right. Montega Map just got back from Lincoln County, Brooks County. Will have their hands full next week. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that a bit. Not a bit. Not a bit. Let's see here. Just reading some of these comments coming in. Tyler Jones, what's up, Tyler? Now, Tyler, is this Tyler from Cambridge? Is this Coach Tyler? Just checking, man. We do have coaches that pop in here all the time. Last week it was Cole or Jackson Dean, rather. I wonder if he's going to check in tonight. Would love to hear from you if you are out there in the audience, Coach, for sure. All right, Coach Price, whoever that is. Coach Price, 24-10 with 4 minutes left. And what? Where? Come on, man. Where you at, brother? All right, we got Jackson, the Reverend Jackson. If you get it, you get it. Is up 24-19 over Milton. Now, is that going final? Is that final, guys? Is Jackson County, is that going final? Incredible. But some incredible scores are coming in here tonight, guys. Some incredible, unbelievable. I mean, just incredible. I don't know how to put it else into words, guys. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable what is happening. Just incredible. It's like all the great football, but it's almost melancholy, because we've had some, and we still do have some really good South Georgia teams in here. It's just. I've said it before. There are certain programs in the state, starting with South Georgia, where it's important for South Georgia teams to be alive, so you get that natural balance. Okay. And, I mean, let's face it. It's almost a. I don't know. Let me tell you this. So the the rate of obesity and the rate of the rate of obesity and I guess the lack of people getting exercise, it continues to go up as we all tend to get lazier and lazier. And where I was going with that, I don't know. I swear I was going somewhere with that. Dadgummit. Where was I going to go with that? Anyway, whatever. All right, Kerry Claiborne, what's up, Kerry? Beaufort 31-14 over Newton. A little bit closer than I would have thought, really. Coach Price, what's up, brother? Sumter County's in the building. Yes, you are. Coach, I was talking about you guys, Sumter County, earlier. I think Sumter County has got. I think Sumter County has got one of the best chances in 2A, and there's not many that have a chance other than, of course, the ultimate winner, and that is Carver Columbus. In fact, I've been saying all year long that I thought Carver Columbus was going to be the team other than Carver Columbus. They were going to be the team to beat. Okay, and I'm still believing that. But again, Carver Columbus, no offense, but they have also gotten a really good draw. Some of these teams, they just get a good draw. It is what it is. And it's just, look, all these teams deserve to be there. Okay? So, okay, Brad Phillips says, I'm done for the year and was watching from home. Brad Phillips, we've become friends here, talking with each other on the phone, and he is also he's a veterinarian. He's a Renaissance man, is what he is. Appreciate you checking in, brother. Okay, Brooks Carter. So here's what I've been looking for. So I want some bracket updates, and Brooks Carter's going to give us, I think, our big first one of the night. Brooks Carter says quarterfinals of Single A, Division II, left side of the bracket, Wheeler County at Clinch County. Wheeler County at Clinch County. The winner will play. All right, let me see here. The winner will play Bowden at Jenkins County. I got you. Right side, Screven County. What? Screven County. Screven. Something's wrong with my Screven. Okay. Screven, it just sounds like that's something you go to the doctor about. I don't know. Just whatever. Kerry Claiborne. I love this. Kerry says North Gwinnett 29 and the Georgia Bridgman 17. Is that final? So Kerry is taking a little bit of a shot at the Vikings. They have one of the best, and of course, most world renowned, or at least high school renowned, marching bands in the state. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They are, and my man Kerry was kind of dishing on them a little bit today. Look, and it was all in fun, but seriously, man, I'm telling you, Lowndes, and I really don't have a dog in the fight. I mean, I live down here, but it's not where I'm from. Home is where you hang your hat, and so anyway, you get established here. You get established in whatever town, and you kind of start taking to the local high school football team, and it is what it is. So. All right, getting back to some of these comments, guys. Again, looks like South Georgia is done tonight for the most part. And I'm not saying everybody, but you got some of your big-time teams are have exited stage left, and it'll be time to turn in some equipment. So we've got, best I can tell, and bear with me here, I can't name everybody, but it looks like some of the big hitters that we've got no longer with us is Lowndes. Is that right? Lowndes is gone. We knew that was going to be a tough one tonight up at Swanee against North Gwinnett. It turned out to be. Also, I can tell you this, Lowndes, not Lowndes, but who was the other 6A team that came up? By the way, MC, where'd you go? You changing that name on me, man. Okay, so anyway, Nadir Muse Muhammad. All right, Nadir Muse Muhammad gives us an update on West Forsyth. They won 2017 over Hillgrove. Knew they would make a deep run. Yeah, I like West Forsyth as the team to win out of whatever region they're in. But they just, they got a lot of kids, and obviously they have a pretty good zone that they're in. All right, Claudia Noel Maine, what's up, Claudia? She says about Austin won 40-20 in the fourth quarter. I believe so. Okay, I got you. It's all good. We actually had been giving out scores all night, Claudia. So we appreciate your update. Looking for the final, looking for that finale. So. Mike Sorensen, what's up, Mike? Mike says Fitzgerald beat Dublin 28-7 tonight. So, bet a big win for Coach, the new coach. He's so good. I can't remember. No, he's a great guy. I have, again, developed a pretty good kinship with Coach. What is his name? What is his name? He's got he came from Stevens County, Tankersley, thank you, Wesley Tankersley. He and I developed a pretty good kinship. Wow, my mind just keeps getting blown. This is not South Georgia related, however, this is huge, guys. I mean, Jackson County has defeated Milton County 24-19 tonight. Let me. You gotta give me a second. Wow. Some of these scores, guys, are just stunning me, man. And look, it's nothing against Johnson County. Johnson County, for those of you that, what's the significance of Johnson County? Does anybody know? Anybody out there know the significance of Johnson County? And you know who I'm talking about? Okay. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to get off. I'm a little off kilter there. There we are. Gainesville. Let's see where you're at. Milton game is final. They lost 30. I just cannot believe that, man. I just cannot believe that. To save my life. Unbelievable. All right. Hey, so I am grateful for the pictures that we're getting. I'd love as many tailgate photos as we can get in, especially from what's happening at Buford. They got a lot going on out there. A lot of people now that tailgate down close to the gate. So for those of you that don't know, we have a weekly tailgate contest. We have partnered with Sunset Farm Sausage. They are a huge sausage manufacturer located right here in Valdosta, Georgia. And they have a contest that they entered into with us where yours truly will go out and speak to different people, trying to get them to submit their photos and tell us why they are the top tailgate in the state. And so we have our weekly ITG Next tailgate winner. And so we were trying to find out who's going to be this week. I've got some pictures coming in from some people. So you guys keep that in mind for these last couple of weeks of games. Come on. If you're going to cook out there, take a picture and send it to me. All right. All right, so looking at some of the comments here again, guys, and again, really appreciate all the commentary. This is what we do. So I just love it. Love the fact you guys are back. I hope everything is sincere, and I hope everything is good. All right. Rodney Smith checking in, Fitzgerald, Georgia, or Fitzgerald High School. What's up, my man? I can say Fitzgerald High School too, right? I hope. Rodney Smith says, go Canes. Kelly Mitchell, what's up, Kelly? I know you're happy, Kelly. Mighty Trojans leaving Johnson. You said it, Phil. Watch out for Brooks. Yep. Look, I've been saying this all year long, and to give credit where credit's due. So I had told the guys who I do the composite poll with. Again, I submit a top 10 poll for every classification. Now, that's not what we're doing here at Forsyth. I'm sorry, here at In the Game, or ITG Next. I don't know where that came from. We're still putting out an all classification top 25. I think it works better. It certainly works better with my schedule. So we do a top 25. However, I still submit your traditional top 10 in every classification. Okay, I submit that. That's what we started out the season doing. I submit it to Georgia High School Football Daily. So that is what it is there. But I can tell you that it might be some money coming in that these kids are getting. Anyway, we'll see. Rodney Smith, go Canes. Kelly Mitchell, again, I know. So what happened in the Brunswick game? I'm sorry, the Brooks County game. So Brooks County game, may give me some details. So we're getting some scores coming in. I want to hear some details though behind some of these games, guys. All right, Johnny Holcomb, your Valdosta Wildcats get a big win tonight. You guys have got a good draw. You deserve it. You had region. You guys won the region. So congratulations, my man. You guys are doing well, Johnny. I'm very pleased, man. Johnny says we will be in Valdosta. So this is our home, okay, here in Valdosta. So doesn't necessarily mean we're Valdosta Wildcat fans. I just mean everybody. Everybody has their own team. Again, and I told you guys, I love all the teams. I mean, because this is what I do. I do this for I do this for a living. So I can't really have a rooting interest, for any one certain team alone. Okay, so let's start talking about some of these second or third round matchups. That'll be quarterfinals, right? Johnny Holcomb joins us right on time to talk about and bring us up to speed. Johnny, what was the final tonight? Okay, Don Drill, DJ, Harmonix, Kendricks. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. I have no idea if this guy is truthful or not. Has Carver Columbus won or lost tonight? Can somebody please tell me what's going on? This guy says, wherever he went. Dondrell, DJ, Harmonics, Kendrick. Listen, man, I'm just going to have to call you by your first name. So Dondrell says Thompson defeats Carver Columbus. I don't think they played Carver Columbus, do you? Pretty sure they didn't. I was just looking at their schedule. In fact, Tobias Grissom says Thompson 28, Jackson County 19. So there you go. Not even going to get a. All right, Bo Harris. Never heard of Jackson, the Reverend Jackson County, but Rome coming to town, and we're being okay. Mike Sorensen, West Forsyth, 20-19. Is that final? Incredible. What an incredible night, guys. High school football, second round. I can't believe we're talking about just the second round. Guys, these are all games tonight, guys, that are semifinal and quarterfinal type talent. These aren't the kind of games where you get eliminated and go out in the second round. You understand what I'm saying, right? It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked at some of these scores. Guys, Milton is out. Can y'all believe Milton is out? And look, I think with Milton, it really came down to their quarterback. Man, you have gotten so much history out of that guy, the former quarterback at Milton. Of course, I'm talking about Luke Nickel. You got so much out of him, and then you got this year you had somebody help me out. It was a young man that was playing so well and hurt himself, and wow. Houston County gets beat. I'm shocked at that one. I had Houston County going to the state finals, and that's in 5A. I had Houston County going to the state finals. Just a shocker. Incredible. Unbelievable. Okay. So, all right, Brooks Carter, 3 out of the final 8 are left. All right, just trying to think. So Victor Garza, Pepperell had a big win. Rodney Smith, okay, so I've already called out your name, Rodney. Come on back in here. Kelly Mitchell, Mighty Trojans leaving Johnson. You said it, Phil. Watch out for Brooks. Okay, so I did, buddy. I did. I really did. I thought Brooks County was a team to watch. Okay. So it looks like some of my comments are cycling back around now, and I apologize for that. But, hey, you know what? Maybe that's like I said, if I miss somebody, come back around. So I'll catch you on the second go around. All right, so let's concentrate on some of the comments coming in. I got it's my promise to you guys that I want to give me read off some of your comments, and we'll start tackling them. Okay. All right. Chandler Howell, go Canes, South Georgia, another smash mouth football, man. Okay. All right. Da 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 da. All right, so just trying to find some some space here. All right, just trying to find some. Here we go. Don Drell is back with us. Thompson defeats Callaway 28-19. Now, Don Drell, man, you're not pulling these scores out of the blue, are you? I'm trusting you here, man. I'm trusting you. All right. Chandler House says, "What's your thoughts about that Ware County versus Creekside game, 49-0? Was that the final tonight, guys? I hadn't seen. I have not seen. Oh, please do give me more. Just give me more. I'll take that one. Ware County losing to anybody. All right, I'm just trying to read some of the comments coming in on my phone that were deleted earlier. All right, so Jose Badilla. Honestly, dude, you are good but it's too early to be talking about next year. Bye-bye, LOL. Jose, who are you talking to, man? Is that me? Nadir Muse Mohammed. Oh, my fault. Wow, that is an interesting prediction. Carver's going to destroy Thompson by 40. ITG next, Georgia. You said Houston was going to win. Say sorry to Wolf Nation. Well, I predicted them to win, if that's what you mean. Of course, there's a lot of people I predict to win, and they don't win. Nadir Muse Muhammad, worth 38-35 over Bleckley County. What a ball game that was. Incredible. I got to find out where I was on these scores, too, because I've been, like I said, I got Eastside and Warner Robins right on the money last week. A couple of weeks earlier than that, I got my picks on the money. So I've been doing pretty good with my pick six. By the way, this is our Friday night show. We do, going to be with you until about midnight. But we also do, guys, our Monday night show. Monday, we'll have a much better handle on where the games are going to be, who's playing who, and are there any kind of big-time rematches that are coming up? Kind of like the one that, let me see here. Somebody was just taking some. All right, I'll find it here in a minute. Justin Fletcher, what's up, Justin? Johnson County just can't beat Brooks. Jerry Harrison from the Doors. What's up, Jerry? Monroe area got smoked tonight. Wow, by whom? Do tell. Love that. Anything on Peach County, guys? Anything on Cairo tonight? Looking for some updates. Peach County was playing Jenkins tonight. I do understand that Cairo has beaten Troop. A little melancholy on that one. I had predicted that. I predicted way back early in the season that I thought Troop was going to beat. No, I'm sorry. I was saying that I thought Cairo. Cairo was going to have a tough time with Troop, is what I was saying. And I thought Troop County was my dark horse. But again, what I was able to quote her on was the let's see here. Was able to quote. Give me just a second here. All right, so I was able to say that I thought Troop County was going to be a top. That they were going to qualify. They were going to contend for a state championship. So I like Troop County a lot, but their season has come to an end. There are so many of these games, guys, I'm really trying to wrestle with that I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around. I'm shocked, and excuse me if I keep going off on these tangents. It's just some of these games are stunning me. What was the final on the Ware County game, guys? Somebody had thrown out a big-time score. I'm not sure if that was Carey, or I'm not sure if that was who that was. But what was the final score? Again, we're talking about Ware and who was it they played? Nancy Sullivan Burrell, Worth County Rams win 38-35. Yes, they did. It was a great win. Great win. Nancy. Sorry about that. Don Drell, DJ Harmonics, Kendricks. I was saying they finna lose to Thomasville next week. I got you. Jerry Harrison, Milton needed a quarterback. Okay, so I talked a little bit about this earlier. Look, truth is they, I guess their number one starting quarterback, Derek Baker? I guess he never fully was cleared. because I know I would be asking Coach Reeves, and a lot of times he joined me on this show, well, not a lot, but a couple of times he joined me on the show, and I was very frank with him and asking him, about the quarterback situation. He said, "Oh, we got it handled. Ain't no problem." So, yeah, I just think that Milton used a true quarterback by committee situation this year, and it worked. But I do think in the end, you've got to, if you are playing this deep in the state playoffs, 100%, you've got to have that established quarterback. I'm a big believer in that. All right. Bo Harris says Carver could compete with anybody in the state. I would not doubt that, really. I mean, you guys would, without a doubt. Carver would play anybody, could play anybody in the state, regardless of classification. I put them up against anybody. I mean, they are something else. Jerry Harrison, North Gwinnett. North Gwinnett has defeated Colquitt County, I believe, was the final. My buddy LG, Larry Godwin, up at North Gwinnett tonight, up in Suwanee. All right, looking at some other scores here. All right, so Thompson, so my man Don Drill. See, now I don't know if I can trust you or not. Don Drill says Thompson defeated Callaway 28-19. All right. Yeah, you're right. Go Dogs. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I don't know how many other people call that, but you're right. In case you wonder what I'm talking about, guys, Johnson County, the team that come over and tried to knock off Brooks County tonight. By the way, where was that game played at? Johnson County game. Go Dogs 65 keeps telling me Go Dogs have escaped. I love it, man. Hoko had turnovers. That's what hurt them, says Jane Harbin Cuppet. Well, if that's the case, it's not going to be a very pleasant Tuesday taping the coaching show with Coach. I mean, again, I was really, really all right. Michael Lee Barker. No way you really thought Houston was going to the finals on that side of the bracket. I don't know, man. I mean, I really like the team they had. I mean, look. Okay. Who do you guys have? If it ain't Houston County, which it's not going to be now, who would you have? See, that's always the thing I come back with. Some of you guys argue with me about who I would have from that side of the bracket in 5A. Why not? Look, Houston County played well this year. Roswell played exceptionally well. I did say I thought Houston County may have some kinks in the armor. I don't think there's any problem with that. All right. The Douglas Astros over Calhoun 12-0. Wow, is that final? Buford defeats Newton 31-14. That's crazy. Thompson versus Carver Columbus next week in Columbus. All right. All right, guys, bear with me here. I'm just checking out the comments. Listen, send me your comments. If I haven't read your comments, by all means, send them in to me. Jose Medilla, now I love this. Here's an update on the teams that were eliminated tonight. Jose, great job on this, by the way. We went into it with these two teams, and when we end the night, says Jose, we are without. All right. We are 11:22. We'll see. Probably going to get about midnight tonight. Glad you guys are with me here. It's our Friday night scoreboard show.
Extra Point is, of course, our normal Monday show. This is kind of an extension of that we started doing. By the way, I've been asking the question. I don't know how many of you guys in the past 4 or 5 years we've been doing the ITG Next Game of the Week. If you're not familiar with it, all you got to do is, you can Google and you can pull up any of our games. But we put together this this top 10 poll at the beginning of every year. And we talk about all these different teams, and it's just kind of fascinating to see some of these teams who we thought were going to make it. I thought McEachern was a team to watch. I was very surprised that they lost last week. But, again, here's the problem when you go undefeated. You go undefeated, and you're due, and this applies to everybody. You go undefeated in the regular season, okay? You've got somebody that you got to make happy. You've got to get your job done. So it's going to be interesting to see these playoffs and how things pan out now with all of these teams that have dropped out tonight. Lowndes. I thought Lowndes may give North Gwinnett a game. Boy, I tell you, look out for Lowndes, guys. And can somebody tell me how the brackets are lined up? Because, I don't have them in front of me. All right, again, Jose Badilla. I was going to go over this list. Jose Badilla gave us an update on the teams that are out. Lee County is out. Milton out. Lowndes is out. Colquitt, Houston County. Teams in the south that are still fighting. Thomas County Central still alive. Yep. Worth County, the Valdosta Wildcats are still alive. Cairo and Brooks. Okay, so maybe not as bad as I initially thought, but I guess it is not necessarily the quantity as it is the quality of teams, right? You look at some of these names, Lowndes out. Guys, I gotta be honest with you, I was again, talk about a tough draw early in the playoffs. I really thought Lowndes was going to have a superior team to just about anybody. So I thought that this game tonight was just going to kind of be a formality. Boy, was I wrong. And as we like to say, that's why they played the game. Okay, Gabe Garrett. Thanks for this, Gabe. So Peach County has lost tonight. Is that what I'm hearing? So Peach County goes down tonight by 10, 38-28. Okay, getting some confirmation on this now. 38-28. Incredible. Cairo, what's up, Stephen K. Wynn? Cairo beat Troop and Jenkins beat Peach 38-28. How about that? Crazy world, ain't it? All right. Okay, so here it is. I've been waiting on this. Creekside over Ware, 49-0. Okay, look. Is Creekside? I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, I guess it's time for me to really act on Creekside because it looks like they are the best team that. I'm just flabbergasted by what they're able to do. That was a pretty good Ware County team that they demolished tonight. Unbelievable. What a game. What a season. What a program. Golly, just incredible. All right. Go Dog 65. Pretty interesting comment here. He says the Worth Bleckley game was the worst officiated game I've seen in 60 years. Really? How about that? That's incredible. Brad Phillips, I'd love to hear your comments on that. Let's see. Looking at these other comments coming in. Michael Ward actually poses a pretty good question. Asking, has anyone played Creekside close this year? I don't think they have. I guess we know why, right? All right, guys. Let me see. Jonathan Brooks. Johnson Brooks game in Wrightsville, Georgia. The home of Herschel Walker. Okay, so David Woods gives us a final. So Grayson has defeated Colquitt County 31-10 tonight. So again, I thought it would be a little closer, but you know, to the victor go the spoils. Wow. You know, so there's another South Georgia team that's gone, that's out. Colquitt County is out. Wow, guys, I'm amazed here for a second. These games, unbelievable. What a night, what a season, and what a play, guys. I've been talking about this all year long. That I thought that these playoffs I just thought that this season, first and foremost, was going to be, you know, it was going to be another great season to toast, and it has been. Well, you know, the thing about it after that is, you know, we had such a great regular season that now, you know, you knew these playoffs were going to be special. And they still are. And, of course, we're just now reaching the quarterfinals. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is the best high school football and I'm talking about this season. What's up, Luke Nelson? Luke, you snuck in here on me, man. Luke did not make his normal announcement that Big Buford's in the house. I don't know why you would do that, Luke. Luke normally, makes his announcement, makes his presence heard. Incredible, brother. Great to see you, Luke Nelson. All right, see what we got here. So Creekside, again, a big win. A lot of people are texting in that score. Unbelievable. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So a couple of people have been talking about the disparaging control in the situation of some of these coaches that are getting hired and then fired. I wrote a story this past week on Travis Rowland. You guys can check it out on our website. I talked to a number of coaches. Travis Rowland, in case you're not familiar with the situation, Travis Rowland was at Camden for 2 years. He leaves after he leaves. He was, you know, I think they come to a mutual agreement. You know, or the company did. So I think what's happening with these coaches, and you can read the story. I think in the case with Camden County, John Lindsay, former coach under Jeff Herron, maybe the greatest modern day high school football coach ever. Guy was incredible, just incredible. So, you know, I don't know if I just don't know if, well, first of all, let me get this. Valdosta 49-26 over Brookwood. No real surprise there. I don't know if anybody's going to beat Valdosta. I'm going to be honest with you. Not until he gets to Buford. I think Valdosta is heating up just at the right moment. But anyway, getting back to the coaches real quick, and I'll wrap that story up. So how many seasons should a coach be given, a newly hired head football coach, should they be given to begin to show improvement? Okay? I mean, I have been and watched a lot of football. I think personally 3 seasons, you've got to give a coach 3 years, 3 seasons. In the case with Travis Rowland, it was 2. By the way, most of the coaches, and again, you can read my story. So most of the coaches agree that it's 3 years. You need a minimum of 3 years. That's to show progress. That's to show progress from your 9th school. And by the way, John Reed was one of the people that taught to me. Jeff Littleton at Tiff County was one of the coaches. I'm trying to think. Anyway, just had a lot of people that talked to me about how many seasons a coach should be given. I think it's a really interesting read. Hope you guys will like it. One of the many things that we put together here, just these opinion pieces. So there you go. Todd Daniel says Region 1 6A champions, only one left. It's time to start giving some respect to Valdosta. Valdosta 49-26. Well, I think Valdosta getting the respect that they have. I don't think there's any doubt about that. They won the region. All right. Creekside, Chandler House says Creekside 49 versus Ware nothing. Phil, I know it's hard to believe. I love it, man. I love it. See, they're talking about I don't know where this comes from, this made up riff. I guess if that's what it takes to get you motivated, man, but just incredible. Jason Green, Marquise Fennell tonight, 5 Valdosta touchdowns. See, that's what I need to know. I also need to know how many carries he had. This is, again, is for our top performers. If you guys have got any top performers, I ask and try to solicit that information every Friday night here on the show, because you guys are fresh off the football field, and you know everything that's been going on. Of course, you watched the game. Marquise Fennell, what a night! That's the kind of stuff I look for our top performers. Incredible voice. So Marquise Fennell, what a great voice, what a great athletic talent, what a great running back. And man, here's the thing about it. Marquise has got Deron Foster. Unbelievable. Okay, so Jose Padilla, I know you had mentioned something about this to me. So Jose Padilla says prayers and thoughts are out to the quarterback who was carted off the field tonight. It was a big hit, clean hit, but that's a part of the game. I hope he's okay. Yeah, we do too. I'm glad to hear there was no shenanigans going on there. Look, I've been torn about this as far as players getting hurt and when to say something, when not to say something. It's just we just report the facts, man. Just report the facts. All right, looking at your comments coming in, guys. What do you think? Any new comments that I may have missed? By the way, Don Drell. All right, Don Drell, DJ Harmonics, Kendrick says Thompson versus Carver will be way closer than anyone thinks. Carver has only played one team this year with a winning record. Is that right? Wow. Unbelievable. I did not know that. I did not know that. How about that? All right, guys. Let's see, 11:36 here. Rodriguez Upshaw says, "Go Big Red." What's up, my man? I know you got to be proud of your Gainesville Red Elephants, my man. They have looked really, really good. All right. David Woods. All right, so hang on a second. Jerry Harrison, coaches should be held responsible to improve. Well, yeah, so but the question is, guys, how many years do you give them? Again, Travis Rowland, I think that caught some people by surprise because he only had 2 years. First year, made the playoffs, first round playoffs. You finish whatever, 6-5 is barely getting ahead in your region. But win the region is the most important thing. I interviewed Jeff Herron for the story. I interviewed John Reed, and I talked about that. And every coach got offered commentary. And again, I did that because I wanted to see how the average Joe felt about a coach, losing his job. So there you go. All right. Looking for some of your comments here. All right. So yeah, got a final on that Valdosta score. So who does Valdosta play now, guys? Who's Valdosta play? Let's take a look. Let's start taking a look at the quarterfinals now, which will be next. So I guess it does look like Valdosta will go to. Where's that they're going to? I know we talked about that already. All right, you guys, let me know when you get that. Jerry Harrison from around Monroe area says, if kids can't transfer, the coaches should be all right. Pardon me for the silence, guys. I'm just reading the comments coming in here. Send me your comments. We've got a few minutes left to go in the show. David Wood said it was a great game for a while. I guess you're talking about that Gainesville or that Lee County. All right. Jose Padilla. Anything else on that player that was carted off? We hope everything is okay with him. Boy, you hate to hear that, don't you? All right. Jose Padilla, or no, who it was? Who was that talking about the Wi-Fi being slow here? Yeah, I mean, we look about all those things and talk about all those things. So anyway, it might have something to do with it. I got to be honest with you. Stephen K. Wynn brings me this score, and it or shoots me the score, and I got to tell you, it is a. It's pretty surprising. Not that Cartersville won, but the manner that they beat Warner Robins 64-0. I don't know. I did not think that was going to happen, but it did. In other words, I didn't think that. I really didn't think that was going to blossom into anything as crazy as this story is. Guys, did Bowden win tonight? Jose Padilla. I think everyone's going night-night. Is that right? Well, we still got 25 hearty souls in here, man. I'll keep entertaining. Incredible. So Valdosta going to play Walton. What's up, Calvin McGirt? I said we always get some late arrivals in here before, so I don't like to shut it down too early. Yeah, Dominique McKinnon, Brooks County early, or Brooks County wins. That's a big win. Carter's going to play Walton in Valdosta next Friday. Thank you, Calvin. I think it's obvious to say that that Valdosta has got a pretty good draw, didn't they? Look, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying they got a very good draw. Dominique McKinnon says, we ain't going anywhere. Walton is coming to us. That's why Calvin responded with, Cats play Walton in Valdosta. All right. Just looking for some of these other comments in the top 25. By the way, I appreciate you guys checking out our top 25. I'll start working on that tomorrow. Top 25. I'll start working on our top performers. Again, guys, if you got any suggestions for a top performer, please send them. Post them here. Post the player. I need his stats. I need all the detail you can give me because that's how we post. That's how I post the players. I post their names, how many stats, how their stats were, how many touchdowns they scored, how many carries they had, that kind of thing. So I need the whole shebang. Don't just send me some of you guys will give me, well, such and such had over 400 all-purpose yards. Well, that's great. That's a heck of a night. But I need a little bit more detail, obviously. So, okay, here's Roster Sutherland. Another second-round exit by North Cobb and Shane Queen. Man, you guys y'all got that little thing going on about all you Marietta folks not liking each other. I guess so. I get it, man. It's all the beauty of high school football, high school sports. I got you, man. I got you. Todd Daniels says, by the way, that was win number 975. Okay, so that's overall. By the way, I wonder where the overall count is. And of course, we're talking about Valdosta being the winningest high school football program in the country, but I can tell you that there's a couple of programs. Massillon is one. Male Kentucky, male high school, is another one that's closely catching up to the Cats. But anyway, sounds like the Cats, their lead all time, most wins in a season all time. Valdosta's got it right now. So again, as long as it remains that kind of format where people are taking a look at it, season by season, week by week, and counting the games as they go, then I think we're okay. But you start lumping these games in, like, okay, this in 2021 we were 7-5, and you see, I think when we start doing that, then you're gonna start losing track of some things. So that's just my take on it. That is a nice looking design, by the way. All right, getting ready to wrap things up. Michael Ward, Bowden won 54-24 against Washington Wilkes, I think. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. I know Bowden had to have some top performers tonight, did they not? Michael Ward, Bowden won 59-24 against Washington Wilkes. There we go, got it. Man, listen, we got the best fans in the world. Rosser Sutherland. All right. Calvin McGirt is back. Calvin says, by the way, Calvin McGirt is Mr. Valdosta Wildcat. Calvin says, Cats should play Buford and Valdosta for the semifinals. Marquise Fennell, scored 5 touchdowns at North Cobb, and Shane Queen all at home. All right, getting ready to wrap it up on this Friday night. What a great, guys, what a great night of high school football, huh? I mean, come on. I mean, what a great night of high school football we've had. Still loving every bit of it. Loving every bit of it. I was checking back out the replay of the Lowndes, Georgia GP Best Game of the Week. I used to run into Matt Stewart and those guys all the time, and it's kind of interesting. A lot of the games that we would be doing, they would be doing. So, all right. So the big games next week. So Rome will go on. Let's real quick, guys. Let's start in 6A. I mean, like the new 6A, not next year, but all right. So taking it from the top. So Troop loses to Cairo. So who they play now? Somebody help me out. So somebody's got their full brackets lined up or written out. Is that? Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Any last comments coming in here? Nelson Vasquez Perez, Cairo 28-20 over Troop. Yep, we got that. Rosser Sutherland GHSA will be investigating the brawl that ended Gainesville Brunswick early. Wow, I had not heard about that. Again, guys, it's just, I don't know what it is. We're seeing a lot of these brawls that have ended games prematurely. I mean, big time. And it's just incredible what's going on. In addition to the games, I'm talking about in the stands. Did y'all see the crazy thing where a lady got thrown out of the Lowndes game? I don't know. Leslie Fennell, Cats for the win. Yep, what was it? 975 is what your friend had earlier. All right, guys. Duella Thomas says, "Let's go Vikings." Yeah, listen, Lowndes has nothing to hang their head on. They played a great game, had a great season, but it is all come to an end. I cannot believe we're sitting here talking about the end of high school football. It is made up. It's been every part of our daily fabric, and of course, we're still going to be bringing you guys high school football. We'll do it right through, the state championship games. But but point being, high school football is starting to slowly dwindle down. So it's just like the coaches shows. I'll have one more coaches show to do with Lee, not Lee County, but of course Dean Fabrizio is welcome any time, and he'll pop in every now and then. But just trying to think. So, any other questions, comments you guys might have before we get out of here on this Friday night? Just curious. Wow. Juancimo Villalobos. Game was called at 157 Phil at the third quarter. Gainesville was up 42-0. What? So incredible. Yeah, definitely want to hear some details on what happened there for sure. All right, guys. 11:49. Terrence Doe says, "Go Cats." Jose Badilla, I have a question. What you got, my man? We ain't shutting the doors yet. I have a question. Yeah, go ahead, Jose. Jose Badilla says, "Bring LG on the show Monday." Yeah, I think I have. Listen, I've told him, man. Anytime you want to come to the show or come on the show, you're more than welcome to. So hopefully he'll, man. All right. What's up, Jose Badilla? Ask that question, my man. Let's go. Let's go. All right. What's up, Cedarion? That's my Williams, Cedarion Williams, my Wendy's guy, man. What's up, buddy? I'm so glad you came over and talked to me. Was that yesterday I was eating there? I love me some Wendy's, man. Love it. Big sale. All right. Bring LG on the show Monday. Yeah, planning on doing that for sure. But see how things work out. All right, guys. Lee, we are going to wrap it up right there. Going to call it a night. So what do you guys think? I mean, we'll wrap up with this. We've actually got about 9 minutes. I mean, but you guys can ask certainly any other questions that you have. The bulk of our audience has gone night. But what are the big the third round quarterfinal matchups? Guys, again, I said it before. This was a quarterfinal type of night. I mean, the way these games were tonight, the excitement, and this is just coming from a guy who sits here and I hear y'all talking to me. I pull up the phone and I get, kind of get an idea of what's happening with a lot of these games, and it's just unbelievable. The people who came in tonight, thinking that, well, you know what, I could, I may have a job, I may not, but you know what, at least, our viewership is a lot better. I mean, it just looks like a lot of coaches came in tonight thinking one thing and left with a different way. I said something about the viewership, Jose Padilla. I'm trying to do two things with one mind here. Do you think that the rankings will be better, Jose? No, what do you mean by that, Jose? When you say the rankings will be better? I don't know what you mean by that, but do clarify. Are you saying that like is Thomas County Central going to be ranked number one? I mean, probably, if that's what you're asking. Terrence Doe, I mentioned this. Go Cats. Blah, 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 blah. Do you think that the okay? So I'm sorry. So some of these questions are redundant now. I'm sorry. Okay, gonna wrap it up. What another great week, another great show. Come back and join me on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Monday we'll talk about these. We'll talk about these third round quarterfinal matchups. Who are they? Where are they going to be? Who's going to have to travel? And oh, by the way, next week is Thanksgiving, isn't it? So you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself, and thanks so much for all that you do to support us here at ITGNX. Don't forget, like and share our advertising, and that would be a big help for us, and we would appreciate that. Okay, all right. Until Monday, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you Monday, 5:30.